What's the tea, my reality hotties? Grab your glasses, grab your mugs, grab your Don Carry-On. It's time to spill that reality, honey.
Looks like diamonds are the perfect accessory for the Queen of Queens. Bravo confirming August 26th that Leah Remini will be joining season 16 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Aside from her roles in sitcoms like The King of Queens and Kevin Can Wait, the Emmy winner is also known for publicly detailing her experiences with Scientology, which she joined when she was a child and left in 2013. Leah has made multiple appearances and statements in which she has denounced the church and questioned its practices, including in her docuseries Leah Remini, Scientology and the Aftermath. Season 16 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills won't be Leah's first foray into the world of reality TV. TLC's Leah Remini, It's All Relative, which aired from 2014 to 2015, chronicled her life alongside her parents, her then husband, and her daughter Sophia.
A stupid question? That's not nice. That's not nice to say that's a stupid question. Mommy doesn't do that. It's a stupid question. That was a stupid question. Shut the up with your dumb questions. I'm always respectful of people trying to do their damn job.
Beverly Hills has already had a couple of housewives shakeups recently. Tracy Tutor, a realtor famous for appearing on another Bravo show, $1 Million Listing Los Angeles, was officially announced as a full-time Beverly Hills housewife on August 19th.
Hey hotties, welcome to an all-new episode of Clock the Reality. This is your host, Mark Midwestern, honey, bring you that fresh tea and gossip every single week as it relates to the Bravoverse and reality television, honey. And you know we have to bring you that gossip from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills as we just opened up about. Leah Remini and Tracy Tutor are joining season 16 as Amanda Frances has exited the show. Now, Scamanda was a good addition, but it was time for her to pack it up. When it comes to this new wave of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, it just makes sense. You want big names on the show because it is one of their most popular Bravo shows, but most importantly, it's superior when it comes to the Real Housewives. Take a listen to this.
I am so gagged that Leah Remini is officially joining the cast of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And you know what was so funny is when we chatted with Justin Sylvester, for whatever reason, because there had been rumors that there was going to be like a...
Well, you told me it was going to be Mariah Carey.
There was some fan fiction online that Mariah Carey was joining The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And so I was like, oh, Mariah? And then he was like, no. And we were like, J-Lo? And then he had a visceral reaction when we said Jennifer Lopez. And you and I were like, there's no way J-Lo's
I know.
Gonna join The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But J-Lo's former bestie, I don't know where their relationship...
I don't think they're doing well.
Yes.
I don't think so.
So Leah, who used to be really close with J-Lo, is joining the cast, and I'm excited.
I am so pumped. I mean, I guess we're gonna get to the bottom of her and J-Lo's maybe fall. Sutton, you have a job to do.
Oh, yeah.
Find us the tea on that, because Tracy is probably going to be occupying your girl Dorit's time, because you know Tracy Tutor also is coming on Beverly Hills Housewives, and already has been having a lot to say about Dorit.
Wow, looks like Beverly Hills is going to be shaking the table. With Leah Remini joining the cast, with her big personality coming from Scientology and having her background, I believe she ended a 20-year relationship. Oh, she's going to bring the heat. I'm not even worried about Leah. Tracy has a great personality too. She's already a well-known reality star. Also, she's very well-known in the LA Beverly Hills area, working as a real estate agent, honey, and also having her own show where she basically sells multi-million-dollar homes, if you will, honey. So you already know she has something to bring to the table. Okay? Now, when it comes to these ladies, I don't know who they know on the cast, but I know that some of the ladies are going to be digging because Leah Remini is pretty well known. I mean, we grew up with her on our screens in the sitcom King of Queens, and as well as on other things she's been a part of, but she's also known for being friends with famous people like Michelle Visage, child, and also being friends with J-Lo, as they just mentioned. I'm sure that's going to come up on the show. I don't know if Sutton's the person who needs to get to work on that. Maybe we should have Erica lean into it, honey. Because I think Erica versus Leah is going to give us something to work with. Now, we already know Tracy Tutor has been popping off at those gums about Dorit. She did it on Watch What Happens Live, but she's definitely done it online, honey. Calling Dorit out, and, Dorit responded. So this is going to be a good little tiff. It seems like Dorit's been known for not paying her bills, not just by some castmates, honey, but also in the streets. So, I can't wait for the Beverly Hills girls to get to work and give us prime entertainment. Can't wait, honey. It's coming down the pipeline. And speaking of coming down a pipeline, I also want to talk about another show just on the horizon, which is The Real Housewives of New York City. The girls just released the trailer, I would say maybe about a month ago, and just to refresh your minds, this is who's on the cast. Take a listen.
Besties, Bravo just surprise dropped the trailer for The Real Housewives of New York City Season 16, as well as the cast photo. And if you notice, Carol Radziwill is back full-time. She was originally supposed to join the cast as a friend of, but Mama has been upgraded and she looks fabulous. Now, I know that there are mixed opinions about the RHONY reboot in the community. I get it. I was not a fan when they announced that they were going to reboot the show, but Season 16 looks so promising to me. Like, these new girls that they've added in the mix actually look like housewives compared to the ones that they got rid of. There seems to be a lot of drama in the 3.5-minute trailer that they dropped. As much as I am a huge Carol fan, there is a moment in the trailer where someone brings up the files and says that she is supposedly allegedly in the files. We're gonna get cameos of Martha Stewart because Daisy all the way over here works for Martha. Erica Hammond, who's right next to Carol, is rich AF. She is, I guess, taking them on a cash trip to one of her private islands. Haley Glassman on the other side of Carol, she used to date John Gosselin. There was no word of that being discussed in the trailer. I can only assume that gets brought up during the season. Sai seems to be bringing it as she tells Aaron in the trailer, is Abe effing your mouth so much because your mouth is queefing, something along those lines. I get that the last 2 seasons were very underwhelming, but I feel like they might have found the right mix of women.
That was Whoa Okay Randy from YouTube, and he's also on TikTok. He's an influencer and covers a lot of Real Housewives tea, and I'm glad he reminded us of who's on the cast. Now, Carol's coming back, and I know we talked a little bit about that on the pod before, but I think it's good to mention that I think it's promising to see an OG, in my opinion, on a show that was rebooted. Now, we can argue that this is the reboot of the reboot, but, you know, at least there's diversity on the cast. At least it looks like somewhat like New York City. You know, I think last season and the season before were a little bit forced in terms of the drama and trying to make these people out to be friends and that kind of thing, and everybody knew Jenna Lyons and that kind of thing. Child, we're done with that. That's packed up. I love what the drama was bringing us in that trailer, and I believe that this cast is already dynamic. Now, word on the street is that there's already some fights happening, especially between Sai and Carol. Apparently something happened at a event, and they were not feeling each other, and it carried over into social media and all in the streets of New York, child. I don't know what the actual tea is, but when I get the tea, you know I'm gonna spell. Now, there's also some conversation about how we're going to be getting a little bit more opulence on this show. Specifically with Erica Hammond. She's rich AF. And she's going to bring it to us and probably read the girls down in regards to what they bring to the table. You know, I hope there's no broke bitches because this is New York. Okay? The cost of living is higher. So I want to see a little bit eclectic and a little bit more, you know, diamonds and businesses and ventures and all that kind of stuff. And I want to see some drama most importantly, honey. I was going to say first and foremost, but, you know, we'll get drama regardless. It's a matter of if it's going to be dark or not. And I hope RHONY steers away from that dark shit because we do not need that. Okay, hotties? Definitely do not need a repeat of Bryn Whitfield. No more of her, honey. Okay, hotties, I think it's fair that we can shift gears now and focus on the Real Housewives of Atlanta because that part 3 reunion really ended with a bang, okay? Now, speaking of ending with a bang, I want to talk about how this season came in like a bang because the season 17 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, honey, shut it down. Talk about reinventing the wheel and talk about, you know, bringing more energy and more vibrance, more dynamic, more chemistry into the show. That's what we want to see as viewers, and that's what the girls gave. Take a listen to this.
The room was filthy.
But why did the cleanliness of the room impact you going to dinner?
Oh my gosh, we couldn't even shower. I said, Cynthia, I know you didn't intentionally do this.
Yes.
But it is dirty. We are not comfortable. It wasn't until I watched some of the stuff back and I'm like, damn, she really was like pissed about it. Even on the bus.
Yeah.
On the bus when she was going on and on. I was like, I'm not talking to you. I'm like, I was trying to diffuse
at that point.
Hold on, I'm not. One second.
Okay, well, go ahead
I was
on
even
then,
trying
'cause I'd like
to
to
diffuse.
respond.
Oh, okay, can I please?
Go, can you
I
hurry
was trying
up
to
then?
diffuse.
Because I want to say something.
Well, if you would stop talking, I could.
All right, well, go ahead.
Okay, well, I got a dinner reservation.
I was trying to
so
diffuse the situation.
I know that's
because-
right. We got to leave here at some point.
it read on the show that y'all were really beating it to death.
And
That's
I
how
hate
it read
that.
on the
I
show.
really do
Listen.
hate that.
So I walked through that house with every single person on this couch, through every room. You never see any person at any point go, oh, thank God I didn't get that room because it was filthy. When you called me, I said, okay, I will get it taken care of. You guys, for whatever reason, decided that you could film at the pool, but you couldn't come and film at the dinner table.
Well, we are doing a TV show.
Yeah, I understand that. But
we
you still
said
was on
we weren't getting
TV
dressed
with the clothes on by the pool.
That's very true, but we was at the pool.
But
But we weren't amongst y'all. Y'all were looking
by the way,
amazing in your fresh clothes.
By the
and
way,
we still had on our airport clothes.
Hotties, the way that Shamia and Kelly tried to set up this reunion and play into this whole narrative about these dirty ass rooms, please stop. First of all, if the room was dirty, the room was dirty. Yes, the host is somebody that you go to and be like, hey, my room's dirty. Do you have any way for us to get that situated? Listen, and Cynthia was coming in hot talking about well, get to the point then. You can spit it out, bitch. You know, it's very that. Cynthia's great for the show. She needs to stay. I have to understand. I believe that Shamesi and Kelly are used to having certain kind of accommodations. But I will say, in Kelly's case, you might want to pick and choose your battles, love. Okay? Because Cynthia said y'all could stay in her room and y'all didn't. So why don't y'all just stay in Cynthia's room and live y'all best life? Since you like extravaganza, go and live extravaganza in somebody else's room, honey, until your room get clean. Because they beating a dead horse with that. They stressed that out. Drew was tired of it when she was on the bus with them and was trying to pack Kelly up because Kelly tried to continue going on and on. Girl, shut up and enjoy this girl's trip. They're the type where they get around other people, and if things aren't pristine and in place, and they feel like they're on their own island, they're going to make it known that they're on their own island. And I don't think Cynthia was trying to put the girls in their own island, but that's what it gives if they're trying to lean into the narrative, make a TV show, as Shamia said. Girl, next time, make that TV show upstairs at the table for us viewers, okay? Because I called y'all out about that early on. And the only person I think gets an excuse here is K. Michelle, because she said all her stuff was gone. Okay. And she was just sitting down with the girls, waiting for her luggage to arrive by the pool. Didn't realize there was probably a group scene. Remember, this is her first show. And Shamia and Shamesi and Kelly are trying to, get her on with the girls and be friendly with her. And we all know how that worked out for Shamia. Okay, Michelle not playing with her. Okay. Now, I think lesson learned. Shamesi, please film with the girls. Now, I don't know how it's going to be for you next season, but you could try to film with the girls. Now they don't want to film with you at all. Kelly, listen, if you can go toe-to-toe with Portia and be like, play with me, and say that she's sleeping with a married man, or she don't fuck every Nigerian in Atlanta, girl, you better hold to it. Because your tea is being clocked left and right. I believe Angela called you a broke bitch or something. Ooh, Jesus. Go ahead and take a listen to this part, hotties, because the girls weren't done being aired out, I guess.
Mesa, Arizona said, Kelly, do you ever feel like you're a rebound BFF because Portia and Shamia are no longer BFFs?
No, I'm not a rebound. Me and Shamia have built a true relationship. I can truly call and count on her.
Jolene from Maine said, Kelly, if you think Frick and Frack are whack, why did you ask Phaedra, a.k.a. Frack, to help you fight your ex-husband in court?
I didn't ask Phaedra. Phaedra offered me her advice and her suggestions
why
in
accept
regards
it?
to... Me and Phaedra still built a relationship off camera. So Phaedra did help me. But I also want to make this very clear. I paid Phaedra's team $10,000.
Okay.
So in regards to everybody like, oh, she got it for free. She got it for free.
The billable hours were well over 60,000.
Okay, well, the billable hours.
Nice friendly discount.
I didn't say a discount.
She said it was a discount.
She said it was a discount.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever the case may be, $10,000 was still paid to her company, whether it was billable or not. It wasn't that much work to be done.
Oh, it was plenty work to be done.
My attorney that I had prior, that I've paid over $250,000 to, okay, had done a lot of work. So they were basically just taking
We didn't use any of your old work, Kelly. We did not.
You didn't have to.
Why are you discrediting what she was
I'm not discrediting.
Yeah, you are definitely discredited and minimized.
Hold on, God.
I had to pay $5,000 to respond to a cease and desist.
That's just cease and desist. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Cease.
Phaedra, Kelly said Frick and Frack are whack. How did it feel to see her actually say that?
I was disappointed because I've been a good friend to Kelly. Anytime Kelly calls me, I pick up, and I've given her information of great restaurateurs that could help her.
Unpopular opinion, hotties, Kelly was having the girls dogged down, honey. They were vicious with her. She said one little mishap here, one little mishap there. They was ready to check that ass. Between Drew, Angela, Portia, Phaedra, damn near. There was, she called them golden retrievers, honey. She was like, listen, y'all gonna have to pipe down. Y'all barking all at the same time. I'm just trying to stir the pot. That's what Kelly gave. Kelly is giving me unapologetic delusion, but who cares attitude. And she's a perfect housewife. That couch is bothered by her. And she knows it, and she's playing into it. And I feel like she has the personality to be jokey and not take it serious, which was kind of cool to see. That she wasn't taking all of it as serious as all the other ladies. Knowing that she's going through everything she's going through with finances, honey. Knowing that she has this problematic ex, soon-to-be ex-husband, child. Girl, Kelly is the epitome of what a housewife should be. And I know that might be an unpopular opinion, but hotties, from what I've seen, she kind of carried that other couch. K. Michelle did what she had to do. K. Michelle, in the part one of the reunion, it was the K. Michelle show, honey. Okay? This part of the reunion, she had to clear up the whole drama with, misspeaking or being, too in her head or whatever, and they clocked that at the beginning of part 3. And not her care less. Everybody has a mishap their first season. Now, K. Michelle knows she can go into the show and be a little laissez-faire and let things roll off her back, honey. But Miss Kelly must have been studying the show compared to Shamia. Shamia, how are you going to be a friend of and be on several seasons of The Real Housewives of Atlanta and still come on the season and flopiana like this, honey? Now, I will say this. Shamesi coming back makes sense because she has a lot of drama to fix. Now, I hope the next season when she comes back, she's not doing all that apologizing. She's not up the girl's ass. She's just being herself and leading into your villain edit and era the way that Kelly is. Kelly knows that the girls aren't checking for her, but at the end of the day, I feel like she knows it's a sisterhood. With Shamia, she's already broken down the door or pushed too many boundaries with these girls to even come back. I don't think any of the girls would have anything to do with her. So, we will see how this plays out. And when it comes to Pinky putting her foot on Phaedra's neck, that was so unexpected. What do you mean there's tea behind the scenes that somebody was trying to get Pinky fired because she had a gun? A Brit Edie moment? What's the tea, Phaedra? You went to production and said that Pinky was trying to pull a Glock out? Oh, okay. That's drama, honey. That's tea. Hotties, I was like, I don't know where this came from, but if I were Pinky Co, I would have been upset because that could have ruined her brand, her business, and she's all about brand and business, child. Pinky Co gonna tell you to the end of the day, listen, my brand, my business, my company, my many jobs, child. That's what she gonna do. And I feel like everybody brings something to the table because we know what to expect from that housewife. The only housewife that I'm worried about, if I'm being very honest, is Drew Sidora. I'm worried about Drew. I don't know what Drew's going to bring into season 18. Hopefully it's going to be more dynamic. Hopefully Drew will be first seat type shit in season 18. Because, I don't know. Maybe she's just hoping to carry the show on over until Nene comes back for season 20. I don't know. Maybe that's what Drew's job is, to keep story going. Because I'm not really seeing what dynamic Drew brings other than her newfound friendship with Portia, her friendship with Angela, and now that she might be getting closer with Phaedra. I don't even know if she's close to Phaedra. I don't know. Because is Drew getting along with Pinky? Who's getting along? Who knows each other, hotties? Who's friends in real life? Now, season 18 is going to answer those questions for us, and I'll be bringing you the fresh tea and gossip when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta, because I'm really proud of the Peaches. They really made season 17 one of my favorite Real Housewives seasons ever. Okay? All right, hotties. Now let's shift gears because we have to talk about the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, the 20th anniversary show that has been kicking, honey. And Vicki is already being messy. Vicki just can't contain herself. She's just left and right, delusions, being microaggressive with some of the girls, taking things personal, being Vicki, trying to change the narrative of conversation. And some of these girls don't play that. Take a listen.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, you wear this around the house, girl?
No. I wore it for you ladies.
Guys, the food is here.
This is a hungry heifer trip. I'm talking about, I've been eating
Stop. Like, we could just put it out. Miss Beverly Hills, we do not lay our food upon the table ourselves.
I could do it.
Okay.
Well, who ordered this? Looks like shawarma or something.
Okay.
What's a shawarma?
Hello.
Oh, wow.
I really got into the 1920s of this. How you doing?
I think I might want a glass of wine.
Oh, is that kebab? Can we pass the kebab?
Yeah, if you want this bread, you could eat it. Yeah.
Teresa said carbs. Too many carbs.
What is that?
Is that your leftover that was in your mouth?
I was eating that.
Well, why did you put it on my plate?
Oh, you don't really?
No,
Sharing is caring.
Well, I might put it in my mouth and
Control freak.
I don't.
I mean,
No,
come
I
on.
am controlling what I put in my body. That is not going back in my body.
Well, it's a piece of kebab. I just had half of it.
Why do you put it on my plate?
Because I don't have one. How's that? I don't have cooties.
Wait, what? Who got cookies?
You are something else.
Luann claims to be so proper and, countess. And when she ate the kebab, the meat, and put it on my plate, which she didn't want, I thought I was going to throw up. Luann, girl.
You have a strong gag reflex?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
It's time for Will Vicki.
She said throw up.
Everyone get out. Vicki, you don't suck penis?
What are you talking about?
She's talking about food.
No, I said I didn't.
You need to loosen up.
I'm good.
Are you?
Perfect.
Luann, you did make a strong suggestion.
Yes.
In the Sprinter that Vicki gets some penis.
Yes.
Quick.
What?
Vicki gets some dick.
Just to let her hair down and have a good time.
Yeah.
Right?
Of course,
That's great clarity.
Have sex, possibly.
I'm in a relationship, committed relationship. I only
What
have
does that
one.
mean? Give some penis?
No, get some penis.
Oh, I think
Well, even though you have a man, or are
really
the
good man.
orgasms that good?
I don't think I have to talk to you about that.
Well, you're in a pajama party with girls, so if you can't talk to girls about orgasms,
What
in
are
a
you
pajama party.
talking about with yourself?
Oh, I will tell you, I have the best orgasms.
Me too.
I have no problem.
Amen to that.
Well, listen, in the Sprinter van, you're on the computer.
Yes, always. Uh-huh.
Right, and you have to
I
work,
take that
work,
time.
work.
Take that
Work,
time
work, work.
to be efficient.
I bet if one of us had filled out that damn clipboard she talked to us, if one of us would have signed up, she would have turned up and said, so, what's your date of birth?
Vicki, I'm gonna need you to be quiet. Yeah, she's all uptight and like questioning everything. And why is that meat out of your mouth on my plate? Girl, the meat you need to be worried about is the meat that you're trying to get, honey. The other kind of meat. Luann was on that bus saying that she needs some dick. Oh, okay, Giselle. This is why I like this. The Ultimate Girls Trip is really doing what it needs to do. We have Giselle who's packing the story along, doing exactly what production does, but she's basically a housewife producer slash storyteller slash story carrier, honey. She's the one who's bringing it to us. And Portia with her little comments, and I bet you Vicki would have got to know us and we would have filled out that little clipboard, honey. That's what it gives. I love the tiff between Luann and Vicki because Vicki also shows up. She's trying to film the 20th. She thinks she's like the matriarch girl. She thinks she gave birth to all these girls in the room. That's what Vicki thinks and what she believes. But these are girls who are very outspoken on their own franchises, so you know they're going to get to work. Now, when it comes to being a girl's girl and enjoying a slumber party, girl, Vicki, just enjoy the girls. I agree with Luann. You need to let your hair down. You need to enjoy the girls. Word in the street is that Crystal Minkoff is on her podcast talking about that the cast wasn't really vibing with Vicki while she was filming Ultimate Girls Trip, and not everybody was vibing with Vicki, and there's a lot of off-camera tea, and they tried to focus on certain stories, but Vicki was a headache. Child, we know. I don't know what Bravo, I don't know what the Bravo world, I don't know what Andy, NBC Universal thought they were thinking by bringing back Vicki for the 20th year on both the shows, honey, but this is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get delusion, you're gonna get uptightness, and you're gonna get judgment, okay? Because that's what Vicki brings. Vicki brings chaos, and chaos follows Vicki. If y'all haven't watched The Real Housewives of Orange County, when she was dating that one dude. What's his name? Exactly. Vicki, that's how it needs to be. Wow. Girl, and then also with this show, what I'm loving is that Kyle Richards is hosting the girls in Beverly Hills right now. They're about to have this white party, and the episode was basically an episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, because we had Whitney and Brahma show up and talking mad dog shit about Lisa Barlow to Giselle, honey. Oh, okay. That's why the girls are playing the game on the 20th anniversary? Take a listen.
In one day, I know you're an athlete. As I survey the land, these Salt Lake girls won't come like 10 feet near each other. They're not acknowledging each other. People ain't speaking to people, and people are ignoring people, so you know Giselle got to get to the bottom of it. Okay, so what's up with Salt Lake?
What do you mean?
Well, there's some over there, and then there's you two over here.
Are you surprised to see that division?
Lisa, she did mention that you were telling non-truths.
She said Whitney was telling non-truths?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not true. She's wasting her girls' trip time talking about that?
I asked.
Yeah, we just met 5 seconds ago, but I'd have my guard well up if I were you.
What?
She's gonna stab you in the back.
Next thing you know, you're going to be the liar.
You know how crazy it is for me to hear that it's people that you don't like?
It takes me a lot to get there.
Right. Did they talk about husbands? Oh, yeah.
A mutual friend of Lisa's, I've heard that she slept with him to sway him to invest in her businesses. It's rumored that one of your business partners that has the jazz tickets that you've been involved with, I don't want to say the name.
Lisa does blowjobs for Vita Tequila orders.
A woman approached us saying she has made out with Lisa while jerking off John. What the is that? You took it too far. You involved my husband.
I have young boys.
So
you're
why did you
making this
So, and if you're cheating, you're cheating for tickets?
Yeah, tickets, like money. That makes me a prostitute.
The Lisa that I have met is like a little baby gorgeous princess. She's so sweet. Now, I don't know nothing about her freaky side, but it's none of y'all damn business. I would have to get all up and through their business, because you're not about to be talking about me licking hot dogs for tickets. Like, no.
I'm with Portia, y'all. I'm with Portia hotties. It couldn't be me. You couldn't be saying that I'm up here licking hot dogs and doing what I kind of got to do for these basketball, football, I think it's like hockey or baseball or something, child, for these sports tickets, okay? You can't tell me I'm doing all that. Now, Lisa better than me. The way I would have been looking at these girls and be like, oh, they're here? I'm glad she decided to pay them dust, but I'm just saying, if I was Lisa, I would have walked over and be like, hi, what are you doing here at my party with my friends? Because the girls like Lisa. So, I don't know. Baby Gorgeous is having a good time with the new group, and these Salt Lake girls are doing their job. Brown and Whitney are doing their job. I'm not saying that they came here to be fake, because they don't fuck with Lisa. And we will get more into that, obviously, when The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City returns in September, honey. And you know I'm going to be breaking you that tea as well, because there's a lot to unpack here between Mary going through everything with her son, and then we also have new dynamics and new friendship shifts, while also dealing with a lot of marital issues. You know, the Browner has recently gotten a divorce, or she's on her way to getting a divorce. Whitney announced a separation, and now Angie K and her husband are on the brinks, child. Now they separating because somebody was, I guess Sean was at the one of the barbershops or one of the beauty salons, honey, hooking up with one of the staff members, child. That's what they say. That's word on the street, word on Salt Lake Street. Okay? Now, hotties, as we continue to watch Ultimate Girls Trip, I think it's going to be great to pull out these little nuggets, because this is a dynamic season of Ultimate Girls Trip where they're introducing us to drama where you might want to watch this episode to understand the drama that lingers off into the actual franchise when the show comes back. Because I believe this was filmed either after fact or during. I don't know what's going on with the girls. Okay? But I just know that the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City never fails us. And Giselle never fails us carrying stories. So she clocked right in, honey. I love the fact that Portia is having Baby Gorgeous's back, being like, girl, if somebody would have did that to me, it's on and popping, honey, like she does with Shamia. Okay? Now, hotties, I know you all listen for the tea and for the gossip. Of course I'm going to bring you that gossip and fresh Bravo-verse tea all the time, because you're listening to Clock the Reali Tea. Thanks for listening. I'm your host, Mark Midwestern, honey, and I will bring you more of that gossip when we return. Have a great time. Bye.